Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Happy Football Sunday to the football family. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. Fresh off vacation. My name is Benton, one of your hosts. Family, Wagwan Junior and come on is back on set. Come on, Junior, Wagwan family. How you guys doing?
I'm in my off-season mode.
You what? What does that exactly mean?
I know business. Come on. Come on the way from now. Yeah. Go on, come on. Go on.
Champions! Ole, ole, ole! Champions! Ole, ole, ole!
I didn't know a Chelsea fan speaks Spanish.
Hey, fence rider. I know it hurts you. I mean,
at some point, football family, we're gonna have to give the Chelsea fan a minute or two to celebrate their accomplishment, champions of Europe, and the madness start already. Come on, I am somewhat happy for you guys. Somewhat happy for you, Junior. You're happy for Chelsea, right?
Yeah, because I called it. I did say Chelsea was going to win. So
you did. Thanks to Pep Guardiola, we have to live through this show. We come on for the next hour or so. Football Family Ball Chat Podcast, all about reviewing some of the week's major news in the world of football. We have CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, all about international football for the most part on today's show. CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, we'll kick off the show with CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, no ballers and bugs this week. And we'll also have CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers discuss what's going on in South American football as Argentina and Brazil look to try to cement their place in Qatar 2022. We'll set up Euro 2021 preview, look at the groups, get our official prediction for Euro 2021. We'll also discuss the Reggae Boys as they get ready to play Serbia in a friendly game, and the Reggae Girls as they get ready for friendly games against US and Nigeria. And we'll wrap up with Yard Ballers and have some discussion on the Jamaican Premier League slated to start in June later on this month, June 26th. So football family, if you're watching us on FlowSports, if you're watching us on Ball Chat YouTube page, if you're watching us on Facebook, you know how we do it. It's live, interactive. It's all about having a live and interactive discussion about the world in the world of football. Football family, let's kick it off with what happened in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Trinidad and Tobago is out. Brethren, you guys said a prayer for our TNT friends as they were officially eliminated from CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Your thoughts on this, come on, and Junior, and what madness. TNT needed a victory against Bahamas, and they could even score a goal. Your thoughts, fam?
Well, come on, before you answer, please remember, Ball Chat is the #1 football show in Trinidad. Please don't piss them off. Go ahead, come on.
Listen, we knew something was going to happen. I mean, like, we don't know if it was going to be good, we don't know if it was going to be bad. I mean, Trinidad has been plagued with the same issues that we have had. The lawsuit with the FIFA, the coaching incident. I mean, people were not on board with the coach. And yes, the coach assembled his team in only a matter of days. Some players have not played. And I've been following the Trinidadian Twitter where they're talking about the son of a cop who don't play football anywhere, but he was consistently in the team. So I understand how that is. Players who don't play any minutes, they were named in the squad. But Trinidad is just poor overall. Hopefully the same problems don't befall us, right? I saw Simon Preston talk about Trinidad must get their act together, and somebody commented and said, but we're not far off. And I had to laugh because it's true. It's just sad that Trinidad had to go out in this round. It was crazy because everybody expected that Trinidad would have gotten a result because Puerto Rico gave Bahamas 7. So at least Trinidad could have eked out a 1-0 victory, and it never worked. So hey, too bad for them, but we still in it.
Yes, Trinidad and Junior, before you chime in, Trinidad and Tobago, the player that Camon is referring, Mr. Griffiths III, police commissioner, one of the police officers in Trinidad, came out and released a statement, said he has done a lot for the football in the Twin Island Republic, and his son never get a fair shake. But that aside, Junior, your ball chat is #1 in Trinidad. By the way, big up to Kelvin Jack, the assistant manager for TNT FC, TNT team. Terry Fenwick, the national team's head coach, says they squandered chances. Junior, your thoughts? I mean, it's Bahamas. I mean, really, you can't even beat Bahamas?
No, but I mean, fun and joke aside, I don't want to say it's good or bad karma. I don't want to say it's a train wreck that we saw coming. But are we really surprised that Trinidad got kicked out the way they got kicked out? I mean, look at their recent history. Look at what's going on with FIFA. Look at what's going on within the federation. It's almost like a culmination of just all the bad vibes that has been surrounding that federation just came to a head. I mean, it's sad because Trinidad is one of those storied nations that when you talk about teams from the Caribbean, they are 1A or 1B depending on which side of the fence you're on. It's either Jamaica or Trinidad. It's always been that for the last, 20, 30 years. So it's sad to see Trinidad get kicked out the way they get kicked out. But you know what? In the grand scheme of things, maybe it is a good thing to take a step back, retool, and forward back the next World Cup. I mean, yes, sorry for the players that are aging out now, but it is what it is. I mean, you had your opportunity. It's not like you got suspended. It's not like you forfeited. You had the chance as a team, as a squad, and you did not produce. So there's nobody to blame but yourself. But again, the bad vibes surrounding the team. You just have to say, well, sad, but you kind of expected it.
Kind of expected. If your house is not in order, family, then that's what happened. Let's take a look at the group and kind of get our thoughts as we head into the final match day in CONCACAF World Cup qualifier first round matches. Let's take the current landscape of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier group standing. And in Group A, we have El Salvador and Antigua sitting on 7 points. Canada and Suriname in Group B sitting on 9 points. So El Salvador, Antigua seems to be punching above their weight here, football family.
Yes, but they recruited. I mean, we talk about it. It's all about the recruitment. When you talk about like Puerto Rico, the first thing that comes to mind is baseball. And we have this joke where we always say to Mr. But the country not play football.
Yeah.
But they're actually showing us that hey, we're in it, and maybe we can go forward. It was just kind of crazy to see, but that's football for you.
And then in Group B, Canada and Suriname, I mean, they will play each other in the final match day coming up. What your thoughts on this group?
Canada. I mean Canada. I mean, you know what? Marco Pratt is betting me that Suriname is going to beat Jamaica in the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
I have to bet him 20 because I'm on the fence with that. I didn't want to go 100 because Suriname is one of those teams that they recruited. The coach is not bad and they have not been playing poorly. So you don't know where you get them. But Canada, I think Canada have the name and the power, the structure, the game plan, the speed. I mean, I think Canada is going to take it because Canada scored, the goal difference is 22 for Canada compared to 15 to Suriname. So Canada scoring, they haven't lost any. They're not drawing on just like Suriname. But the goal scoring prowess of Canada, I think, will overpower Suriname.
And so Suriname definitely needs a victory on the final day when they play Canada. Nothing but a victory. Junior, your thoughts on Group A and Group B?
I mean, Group A, I don't know why you guys are so surprised about Antigua. I'm not. I mean, Montserrat, Grenada. Well, Grenada, yeah. But like someone said, Antigua has been recruiting. Now for Group B, Canada is a name brand side. I mean, them referees are not going to allow Canada to not make it to the final round. It is what it
Hey, those are the views of Junior.
Yes. Thank you. Come on. Those are the views of June.
All right. Am I lying, people?
Yes. Can you please provide the evidence, Junior, with that proclamation?
Junior, all Suriname need to do is put the ball in the back of the net multiple times while being in an onside position. That's all they need to do. Forget the referees, forget the linesman, because trust me, there's no way on earth you can call a ball that is to the play is offside when it's clearly 15 yards behind the last man. So listen, I just think Suriname is going to give Canada a fight, but Canada is going to prevail. With the El Salvador one now, right? I mean, that's the one Judah needs to tell me, because Judah kind of understand. Because for me, said Chelsea I win, I laugh. I know Chelsea win. Let me make sure I tell them again that Chelsea is the Champions League winner. So, Junior, tell us about El Salvador and Antigua. What do you see is going to happen? Forget Canada and Suriname, because me and the Canada boy win it. But what do you think? You think Antigua are going to beat El Salvador, or Antigua are going to be the number one team in Group A?
I best Antigua will draw that game. At best. Again, the referees are not going to allow.
Again with this referee thing.
People, let me tell you something. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is just the facts right now. For this,
Junior, the facts as Junior knows them.
This is for Junior's facts right now. The semi-final round is insignificant to the CONCACAF. At the end of the day, CONCACAF is 2 teams and then any other beating stick you want to carry go World Cup. At the end of the day, right? So what CONCACAF have to do is maximize their earning potential during the World Cup qualifiers. I'm not trying to say there's corruption. I'm not going to, but there's going to be a little bit of referee cooking going on for El Salvador and Antigua. It is, because El Salvador is the bigger name brand team.
Those are the views of Junior Pringle, Reggie.
And I have seen it. I was at the National Stadium during the 1998 World Cup campaign when we played against America, and I sat on the corner flag behind when Dean Sewell cut in and Lawless draw Dean Sewell's shirt in the 18-yard box, and the linesman and the referee turned a blind eye to it. You guys are not going to tell me that the referees in CONCACAF are not going to make calls for the bigger name brand side. So come on, to answer your question, Antigua is up against 15 people. Antigua will be playing against 15 people. The 3 referee and the 4th ref.
The 1 referee and 2 linesmen. Those are the views of Junior Pringle.
Listen,
go
before
ahead,
we move from this, so I found an interesting stat, and it was just to show you how heavily Suriname went out there and recruited. The Caribbean, the 11 Caribbean most expensive players in this round, right? We're not going to include Leon Bailey because Jamaica is not in this round.
Right.
But they have 7 players from Suriname who are they're valued at millions of dollars, or 1 million euro at least in transfer market. So they went out there and they got people who don't reside in Suriname, but play Belgium, all those other leagues to come in. So Suriname is really, I am worried, and I am glad I'm going to be at the World Cup so I can watch it. But I think Suriname is going to be that dark horse or that trouble team that people are underlooking.
Ryan Dunk is one of those name brand players, a highly valued player in that Suriname outfit. Let's look at Group C to Group D. Curacao and Guatemala both tied on 9 points and goal difference going into the final match day. Curacao and Panama will face each other in the final match day. In Group D, Panama sits on 9 points. It seems like they have that wrapped up. Dominican Republic is sitting 7 points on 7 points with 7. Group C, official prediction from Group C. Curacao face Guatemala in the final match day.
Curacao.
Junior.
This is it. Guatemala is a big name brand side. I'm going to say Curacao. Guatemala is a bigger name brand side though. But big up Jamal. Real quick. Jamal is saying, what about VAR? And come on, your answer it on FlowSports. We don't have VAR. So that means the referee them going to have
anything goes. Anything goes. But look, Guatemala is the name brand team, but Curacao have the name brand players.
Yes.
And Curacao has a name brand coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Chelsea, what coach?
Oh, okay. Are we gonna get intermittent?
Hey, I'm dropping in Chelsea every chance.
We notice.
Right, sure.
We notice. It's only an hour for this today, family. Only an hour. Let's check out Group E and F and Group E. And by the way, before we go to Group E and F, let's give a moment for our family in St. Vincent, because I mean they took a beating. Big up to Desmond Morris, part of the Ball Chat family who's been on our show. They got what, 10 from Guatemala in this midweek game, so they took a beating. St. Vinci Heat is taking a beating in World Cup qualifiers.
The tragedy them face though, it don't matter. They could not get 15. We still have been St. Vincent.
St. Vincent. And then in Group E and F, I mean, Nicaragua and Haiti, both sitting on 6 points. Regarding Nicaragua and Haiti, Haiti has a superior goal difference, so they only need a draw going into the final match day. And the Sugar Boys, St. Vincent and Nevis, Sugar Boys, they won Group F. They're already through to the next round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Group E, family, your thoughts as Nicaragua will play Haiti on the final match day? I mean, Haiti has to beat Nicaragua. It's
no. Nicaragua is one of them teams that were, remember them almost knock out the winner. It's like Nicaragua one of them teams that it's like a Manchester United where you don't know where you're going to get on the day, right? It's one of them things where you don't know where you're at. And the same thing with Haiti. The Haitians are strong and they're fast and they're not necessarily technical. And we've seen games where Haiti is supposed to win and they have not won it. So I'm not really convinced that Haiti will take it from Nicaragua. This is one of the interesting groups that I have my eye on. Can we talk about the Jamaican contingent in Turks and Caicos?
Go ahead, come on. You can talk about the Jamaican contingent in Turks and Caicos.
So it's just interesting. They scored. No, they not scored no goal. They have a minus 22 goal difference. I love Andrew Edwards, Shamar Thomas. I think it is Omar Edwards. It is just, I am wondering if they're going to have a job after this, because it was a really poor tournament from them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Turks and Caicos. What were the expectations going in? I mean, Edwards, Shavar Thomas, and the entire family down in Turks and Caicos. I mean, what were the expectations?
But remember, so you can't ask that question, because for the Turks and Caicos government to come out, the Football Federation to come out and get foreigners, get coaches from a different country to come and revamp their system, that means that they expected something and they wanted something out of this competition, or they would have kept their local people. But Andrew is the technical director, so they expected something out of this tournament and they didn't get it. So it's going to be interesting to see if our contingent will be going home to, help the state of football there.
Junior, you didn't expect anything much from Turks, do you? Am I wrong? Am I off here?
No, I don't know what come on.
I don't know. Whatever come on is drinking, I want some.
Because of Jamaican coaching, they come like just to celebrate this Chelsea winning them, because I don't know what you expected. I mean, look, you're right. Come on, yes, they did some recruiting and they brought in a foreign coach. Now, what was the Turks Federation realistic expectation? Like, what did they really think was going to happen? They go to the final round? No. I think what they expected to happen happened. They have a bunch of players that they're trying to build a unit together, bring in a coaching staff of experienced players, former players slash coaches that have seen it before, and is now teaching these players how to be a professional and also how to be a team. So realistically, I'm not, whatever. You gave up 20, you have a negative 22.
Hey, as I was saying, whatever they expected was not this. Whatever they expected was not a minus 22 goal difference.
No.
I mean, that was it. They didn't expect it. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see if our guys are going to head home.
Oh, come on. What if their expectation was to not finish last in the zone? Yeah. I know it's a technicality, but what if their expectation was to not finish last?
But and before we move on and wrap up our World Cup qualifiers segment, let's give a shout out to the Sugar Boys of St. Kitts for making it to the next round. I mean, Romain Sawyers, who plays for West Brom, and they have a Brazilian coach. They've recruited heavily. They're the only team to have made it thus far to the next round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifier. So we have to give them mad props. And some of us have seen this. We've seen this coming. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they played Canada. They lost 1-0, and their recruitment was very heavy in terms of what's going on with St. Kitts and the Nevis. So they make it to the next round. Your thoughts on the accomplishment of this team? Your thoughts on the accomplishment of the Sugar Boys?
As we say, recruitment is one thing, but once you get the right players to come in, and the thing is, hear the excitement with St. Kitts that you hear with Trinidad and Jamaica. They go about their business quietly. Everybody gets paid. They recruit. They blend. They gel. And they just go about and starting to win games that they're playing. So I am impressed by them. How far they're going to go in the next round is something to see, to watch. I don't think they're going to go very far, but I am really impressed with the progress of the football program from St. Kitts.
Yeah, football growing in the Caribbean, and as more of these teams do better, then that's also hopefully bodes well for the football in the Caribbean on a whole. Just to remind listeners the lay of the land, how things will play out in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. You'll have 8 teams in the final round. That's round 3. We're waiting for the final round to get there. We start later on this year. 5 teams are already sitting waiting. The Group A winner will play Group F in the first round. Group A winners will play Group F. Group C and D winners will play each other. In Group B and E, winners will play each other. Match day, those games will occur June 12th and June 15th. And the winners of those knockout matches, those 3 teams, will go on to join the 5 teams waiting in the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. The big dogs are waiting for the final round in CONCACAF, just waiting for these 3 teams. I do expect Curacao to make it. I do expect Curacao to make it into that final group. Junior, come on. You're 3 to make it in the final group, in the final round. So, I mean, the winner of A will play the St. Kitts, so it's either El Salvador or Antigua. Junior is having this impression that Antigua won't make it out. So, and
this is St. Kitts, and why Sugar Boys was here.
and then from the Group C, Group D matches, who will make it? Let me get those groups back up for you guys. Let me get Group C and D back up for us. So Curacao, Guatemala, and will play the Panama in the next round. Presumably, Panama take care of Dominican Republic as expected.
Mm-hmm. So, Panama, El Salvador. Who else to me? Cuba, not Cuba. Canada.
So you have Cuba, not Cuba.
Cuba, Canada.
So Curacao will play Guatemala in the next match, and the winner of that will be the winner of the group, and they will play presumably Panama, and so I'm going with Curacao winning that Group C game against Guatemala. Now the important thing is that I am leaning towards Curacao making it into the final group round of 8, but of course it's a tough ask to beat Panama.
Yeah, but it's doable. Panama has an aging team, and I think Curacao, the name brand again, the name brand players, but I do think they've been playing good football, good attractive football. They're scoring at the same rate, and they're letting in goals at the same rate. If you look at it, Panama is what goal for is 16, for Curacao 15, goal against is 1. So they're stingy on the defense and they're great on the attack. So it's going to be good football, but I do think that Curacao is going to actually pull it out.
Yeah. So Junior, do you think Guatemala, since it's supposedly the name brand side, in your opinion, Guatemala will win the group over Curacao, and of course will play Panama? Presumably Panama wins their group.
I got Curacao winning the group.
Oh, you got.
And no, remember I said this was the one group that Curacao is not the name brand set, but I have Curacao winning.
Yeah.
And I have Curacao beating Panama on penalties.
Oh, you do. And so those second round matches will take place on June 12th and June 15th, and the 3 winners of those encounters will move on to the final round final round of matches. Let's step over to South American World Cup qualifier. Get your thoughts on this briefly. The usual suspects sitting in top: Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay. 4.5 spots goes to South America. The half spot will play intercontinental playoff to get to Qatar 2022. The Colombia is a little bit concerned, and Chile sitting in 7. Is it the end of this golden era for Chile?
That golden era ended last World Cup.
Last World Cup. So Chile, we don't expect Chile to really put up a significant fight here.
Hell no.
Hell no. And are you guys surprised by Paraguay punching still sitting on goal difference, but are you surprised by the performance by Paraguay in 4th?
I am, and surprised by Ecuador as well. I mean, you would think that Colombia and Uruguay would occupy those spots, So those are 2 teams that you're like, okay. But as we say, football. But I see Paraguay only win 1 time.
Yeah, it's a draw. It's an artist side. It's a big artist side. Junior, your side, Brazil. Richarlison scored and Neymar scored a penalty, but word is that Brazil is getting favorable calls.
It's not even favorable. I'll tell you something. See, as a Manchester United fan, I try my hardest to support my Manchester United players. But as soon as Fred come off of the field, Brazil scored 2 goals. I mean, Fred. Right. Fred is the closest. That's disrespectful. Fred, Dunga, Gilberto Silva, we always look at them as non-traditional Brazilian midfielders, don't it? And then there's Fred. Like, dog, Brazil just don't look like Brazil with Fred. But done. Brazil win 2, love.
Come on, your team, Argentina, sitting in 2nd. They drew their most recent match, but it should be a comfortable ride to make it to Qatar 2022 for this outfit, right?
No, I know. I mean, did you watch the game? I mean, well, it's not. I just think they've been lucky so far. I don't know about comfortable. I am agitated. I am aggrieved. I am upset about the kind of football that my Argentina is, whatever. Messi's aging. Let us not rally around Messi. Can we just find goal scorers, find good players that can actually continue to bring Argentina forward? I am not convinced about it. I mean, they're underwhelming. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, the Argentina was boring. Absolutely boring
Absolutely.
matchup. All right, let's step away from South American World Cup qualifying, get ready to set up our Euro um, Championship, Euro 2021 coming down. Big competitions coming down with Euro Group A, Italy, Switzerland, Turkey. As we take a look at our Euro groups and get your thoughts on the different groups in Euro, Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales. The lay of the land. There are 6 groups in the European Championship Euro 2021. Top 2 goes through, and the 4 best third place teams make it to the next round. Who you guys have going through Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales from Group
Italy.
A?
Italy and Wales.
Italy and Wales, not Turkey.
Italy and Wales.
I don't know about Wales.
The golf ball, Mr. Gareth
Switzerland.
Bale is expected to lead Wales to the next round of
Yes,
out of this.
Gareth Bale is one man. He couldn't even lead Tottenham to. What are you saying?
I don't know what Junior talking.
Italy
No.
and Wales.
No, I think I'm going to stick with Italy and Switzerland.
Italy and Switzerland. You're sticking with your small baller, the bench warmer, Mr. Shaqiri, and Granit Xhaka. But first, before we move away from Group A, your thoughts on Italy and what Roberto Mancini is doing with that Italian outfit?
Listen, I am impressed. I think Italy going to win the whole thing. I am so impressed with Italy. From the way all them sing them anthem with gusto, so all them play up on the pitch. I just think, I really think that Italy is going to win it. Them playing good football, like it. All on the Shamoy Spinny says there is not just one group of death because the team selection for most teams have great players. Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
I mean, so it makes it a great matchup.
Junior, your thoughts on Italy? Are you going with Italy winning this whole thing? Like, come on, are you drinking the Italy Kool-Aid?
Let me tell you something. I think, come on, half drunk, and I should really think Mancini used to coach Chelsea. Is that Mancini used to coach Chelsea? Come on, no. So there's no Chelsea affiliation with Italy right now.
It's the Jorginho.
I think I get no game. Listen to me. Italy is, all right, for that joke aside, Mancini has rebuilt Italy back into that old-time 90s Italy image, right? You remember that 90s, you remember
Yes.
Mancini in Italy,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
about Italy them, where is some one love game, some boring, some stifle football game. That is what Italy is bringing back. So yes, Mancini has done such a great job playing the 4-3-3, bringing it back to his regular Italian style football. But that's where it ends. And when we win the zone, they might run up in France or even Portugal or even England and get their head kick off and get ready for
England.
Yeah, but as it relates to Italy, I'm not so sure about Chiellini sitting in that defense. Oh, Chiellini, I mean, there's a lot of miles on that leg. But yeah, Junior.
He's protected. They're going to protect him.
They're going to protect him. All right, let's step over to Group B and take a look at Group B. Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia. The soft soap Belgian side led by Roberto Martinez. Kevin De Bruyne will meet up with his Belgian team tomorrow after minor surgery. Is it a foregone? What do we expect from this Belgian outfit? And what I wish Eden Hazard will show up, if he does show up.
How you mean? Me not claim him with the Chelsea connection to them, but Belgium, them have the firepower. I mean, I think they will do well. They'll win the group, so I'm going with Belgium.
So who's the runner up in this group?
Denmark.
I said Denmark too. But Belgium going with that big smoke and mirror team in this competition. They're going to look so good. And this is an easy zone, full zone. They might run to the zone and get them penny pop in the next throw this one. Watch.
I got Belgium and Russia. There's something about the Russians playing together, so maybe they will cause an upset and get through. in the second place. I don't expect much from Finland, of course, and Denmark is kind of an enigma to me. But
Shemai Sweeney is saying Denmark will give a good fight. And Jamai, and he has the right, Chelsea, UK, N'Golo Kante and France will win. What's the have France?
yeah, and over in Group C, Austria, Netherlands, not Macedonia, and Ukraine. We know what team is not going to win the Euro 2021, and that's the Frank de Boer's led Netherlands team. But your thoughts on Group C, and who do you guys got coming out? I wouldn't be shocked if
Austria and Ukraine. Austria and Ukraine.
I wouldn't be shocked if Netherlands get eliminated right here.
Me not tell him, man. I don't know how that man keep getting jobs. His agent must be good.
I have Netherlands and Ukraine. I have Netherlands winning the zone. I have Netherlands surprising a lot of teams this Euro competition. They are motivated. They are coming off couple campaigns, horrible campaigns. Horrible last couple of years. This is when they can put it together. Memphis Depay is playing for a contract to go to Barcelona if it's not finalized yet. Yes. My boy, Danny Van der Beek is playing to get game at Manchester United. I'm telling you right now, Netherlands is going to surprise a lot of teams.
And you know what? Netherlands should do well in spite of Frank de Boer, because they do have the talent. Gini Wijnaldum and the likes, they do have the talent. But I don't know. I've seen Frank de Boer work here in Atlanta United, and I'm not impressed in Atlanta. Let's step over to Group D in the Euro 2021, taking a look at the respective groups. Croatia, Czech Republic, England, and Scotland. England should win this group. Should.
Easily.
They will.
Running away.
They should win this.
No, I'm not in the running away part. I think England would win. And Croatia. I'm going to pick Scotland.
Are we concerned about Croatia's age here? Is this team not too old yet?
Yes.
No, I'm concerned about the age. The stars are aging, and they don't have anybody to fill the shoes of the stars. You have players that are young, but you don't have great young players. So the concern for the age, it's something to really worry about when it comes to Croatia. They might just be able to pull it off with the legs off, Mandzukic and whatever, but I don't know.
Luka Modric and the likes. Let's take a quick look at Group E in the Euro 2021. Poland, Slovakia, and Spain and Sweden. Your picks. Spanish coach Luis Enrique said that they need to convert their chances, or they need to score more or create more chances, to paraphrase what he said recently after recent encounter. He sounded like Terry Fenwick of Trinidad and Tobago.
If he needs to bench Morata, if that's the case, if he wants to score, what? But he's right.
Bench Morata for who? Who do you start over him?
I don't know anybody but Morata. Listen, you know what? I don't know. Morata not my problem again. He's no longer at Chelsea. There's not my issue. For sure. It's Spain.
Junior, who you got?
Shemai Sweeney agree with me. He said England is overrated, and he says if they continue with Morata, Spain is going nowhere. True. I'm like, how many chances are you going to give Morata to fail on the international stage? Heard at him.
Junior, your thoughts on Group E?
By default, Spain will go through and win. Spain will win. Sweden, I kind of drinking the Swedish Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because of Zlatan, huh?
He's not playing though, right?
I know he's injured. I'm not sure he will actually turn up.
I think he'll play. I think he's a lion. All he needs to do is just go to Germany, go drink some of the blood where you see and they drink, and ready up.
And those are the views of Come Only. But so you got Sweden and Spain going through, Junior.
But to cement Poland. You really want to disrespect the Terminator?
Yeah, but this is Poland. It's still the same Poland that played the last international tournament with the same Terminator. What do you expect?
I know, but he's going to cement the Ballon d'Or this year, right?
You on this Ballon d'Or campaign, eh? For Robert Lewandowski.
Disrespect the Terminator.
Yeah, of course, it's Spain's group to lose. I wouldn't be surprised if Slovakia makes some noise in this group, and the group of death.
The big group.
France, Germany, Hungary, and Portugal. Now, to remind football listeners, the top two teams in each group go through. The four best third place teams will make it to join those 12 teams in the round of 16. So Portugal could finish number 3 and still make it out of this group.
Yo. By that disrespect, the great to them, man.
For Germany is in a spot of bother here. Come on. Yogi Low is on his way out. Do they give him a final farewell and just win this thing?
Hell no.
Yes, they should. I think Germany will right the ship. I think they'll be okay.
And so France is the benchmark in this tournament, right? They're the World Cup winners. They have a bunch of talent. The big game.
And the Champions League winner, yep, from Chelsea, of course.
As it pertains to France, Karim Benzema is back in the fold. Didier Deschamps seemed to have ignored past transgressions and have turned the corner in Karim Benzema. Your thoughts on recalling Benzema and put him back where he belongs in this outfit?
Big Ben is my baller. I love him, even though I'm a Barcelona fan. I think he's underrated sometimes. I think he's overlooked, maybe because of his personality. The whole issue with him and France. He had the opportunity to show up in the friendly the other day. He was a little bit off key and a little bit questionable. But I think Big Ben is an asset to France, and I think that bringing Big Ben back can only help France to win more games.
Junior, your thoughts on the Benz making his way back into this French outfit?
Let me tell you something. Deschamps, like everybody else, have cable during the pandemic and watch football. And when Deschamps sit down and say, all right, we're great in the midfield. We have the great Paul Pogba. We have the great N'Golo Kante. And the man said, yo, with defense, if he wishy-washy sometime, but the man them good, right? And the man said, all right, we need a striker. But turn on and watch some Barcelona. Griezmann, G's and P. Benz, come Benz. Because we can't depend on Griezmann. We have no striker. Giroud is 550 years old. We're not a striker. You can't depend on Griezmann. Giroud old. Benzema is knocking in goals for fun at Real Madrid when the man them have plaster and band-aid around the side. Zidane called Deschamps and said, listen here, cut out the foolishness. Because you have one idiot to coach Spain and not bringing one Real Madrid baller. I am the Real Madrid coach. You can't disrespect me and don't bring in the Real Madrid striker. Don't disrespect the side. And Zidane backs up Deschamps 2 times and probably tells them I'm going to headbutt him.
Those are the views of Junior.
I was waiting on you. I was like, why taking so long to put this demo?
We need to run the disclaimer under his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Euro 2021 kicks off this Friday, January 16th, 3 p.m. Turkey versus Switzerland. I think it's an opening day match. Correct me if I'm wrong, but big tournament, big football coming down the pike. Portugal, Junior, I know you are a Cristiano Ronaldo fanboy, and the Portuguese team is stacked with talent. Do you expect them to make some noise and try to win this thing again?
Listen, the group of death, everybody said, is obviously France, Germany, Portugal on the makeup side, right? That's fine. But let me tell you something. Portugal is going to give France a run for their money in that group. I don't even think Germany finishing third in that group.
Okay.
I really think Germany is going to lay an egg because they are dependent on the Chelsea boy, Timo Werner, who can't even point to him badge properly for his shirt. They want him to go score a goal.
Yeah.
And Yogi Low is leaving. So I think the group of death is not what we really think it is this year.
Okay.
But I really think Portugal is poised to give Cristiano Ronaldo the send-off that he wants. I really think so. And Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be eerily similar to a Roger Miller towards the end of his career, to a Schillaci at the end of his career, where it's just a sentimental figure, but it's not the primary. Portugal, like you said, is a load.
Yeah, Joe Felix, Bernardo Silva, and the likes should have a coming out party.
Hold on. Don't disrespect the big man. You can't talk about Portugal or talk about Bruno. Aren't you, brother?
Yeah, let's see if Bruno actually start. But he will start. Big game. And to correct myself, Italy plays Turkey in the opening game this Friday in Euro 2021. Before we go to Jamaican football news, come on. Officially, who you got winning this thing? You got Italy. You said, come on, just want to confirm.
Yep, Italy.
England.
Oh, gosh. England. What do we expect from Raheem Sterling and Jadon Sancho in this tournament?
No, you don't talk about Raheem Sterling. What do you expect from Jadon Sancho? He's
a Jamaican-based show, man. Raheem is a Jamaican.
Come on. Tell me the truth. All right. So all right. Raheem plays on the wing. Who are you starting? If you have to start two wingers, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Foden, Raheem Sterling. Give me two out of that.
Raheem.
That's
Not Raheem.
Starting Raheem?
Not Raheem.
Okay. All right. So answer Benton's question.
Well, Pep started him in the Champions League final. Why is he not good enough to start?
I see what happened.
But yeah, it should be interesting to see what Jadon Sancho does as Manchester United gets ready to scoop in and try to acquire his services for next year EPL.
Yeah, but all right, did we watch him in the friendly versus Romania?
Today, he hit the post, right?
He hit the post, but other than hitting the post, I mean, like, what was memorable about his game?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. So I don't have England. England looked off today. I mean, like, everybody was off. And you need to talk to Rashford about him diving. He's getting out of control now. You understand? I am sorry that him don't play against Pepe because I want him kick him up. Him drop too much. So I don't think England's going to go all the way. They looked ordinary today against Romania.
So hold on. So I have England winning. So everybody watching right now, wherever you're watching, put in the chat room, who do you have winning the Euro championship? Mark, I know he's saying that he has Belgium winning. Who do you have winning? Put it in the chat room right now. FlowSports, we're in the chat room. Tell us, who do you think is winning? Benton, who do you have winning?
I'm going to go with France. I'm going to go with France. They are the most talented team. Even Deschamps, I mean, he's won the World Cup with this outfit. As long as N'Golo Kante is fit, this French team has an extra advantage over everyone else, and I expect a lot from Kylian Mbappe in this tournament. A lot from Kylian Mbappe. So I got France winning. I know it's an easy pick, but they're the best team in this tournament. The best team in this tournament.
Shemoy agree with. Shemoy says France as well.
Yeah, the best team in the tournament. Before we step to Jamaican football, let's get your thoughts on Carlo Ancelotti returning, just a little bit of club football. Carlo Ancelotti, the man who won the 10th the Decima Champions League title at Real Madrid made a surprising return to the Bernabeu this week. Your thoughts, football family, on this shock return for Mr. Carlo Sly Old Fox Ancelotti making his way back to Real Madrid?
Real Madrid coming like one confused catty. It makes no sense. But anyway, he's a good enough coach. They need a good enough coach. So make us see if it's a good fit. I mean, how long is his contract? I did not even see. I was trying to find out. Is it a 1-year deal? A 2-year deal? I think Carlo is a good enough coach. And I don't know, I don't care. I'm a Barcelona fan.
Junior, quickly, your thoughts on Carlo Ancelotti making his return to the Bernabeu. We know he was instrumental in Gareth Bale joining the Real Madrid. He was very instrumental in James Rodriguez, Isco's career, etc. At Real Madrid. Of course, he was shown the door at Real Madrid, but here he returns.
And before my answer, ex players also saying France, Le Blue. So a lot of France people are showing up now. But as for Ancelotti, no disrespect to Carlo, but it really shows either pandemic have the hiring scouts afraid to travel to speak to, are afraid to look at other coaches, or there is a lack of good coaches available in world football, because Real Madrid should be one of the top 3 jobs available, right? Any coach you call will say yes to Real Madrid. So it's hard for me to see them going back for a retread in Carlo Ancelotti, an older retread in Carlo Ancelotti. Where is that next young great coach? Where is that next young? You remember when Villas-Boas, bad example, but when he was supposed to be,
don't use it.
No. But for real though, when people said this is the next Jose Mourinho, right? We have not heard this is the next Pep. We've not heard this is the next Klopp. We have not heard that about any coach, you know. So it makes me wonder, what are the availability of coaches out there, and also how Thierry Henry never get a call.
Thierry Henry is a pundit, Junior. He's actually he'll be an assistant coach with the.
He's going back to Belgium.
Yeah, he'll be an assistant coach with the Belgian outfit for the Euro. Yeah, go ahead, come on.
Yeah, I was just saying with Henry. I don't know. I mean, there's just something, you know, he did it at Monaco, where we would think it's a farmer's league, he would have done well. He went to Montreal, which is a farmer's league 2.0, and still couldn't do well. So you really want to give him this big man job, make him go be the assistant coach at Belgium and go on have a conversation with the orange man.
All right, but quickly before we get to yard ballers and discuss Jamaican football, another quick thought. The CONCACAF Nations League final is tonight. USA versus Mexico. Quick prediction. Of course, the Nations League is one of those competitions that's occurring. I mean, champions of the of CONCACAF tonight, 9 p.m. USA versus Mexico. Your prediction? I mean, officially.
You really want to talk on TV? I love my book, you know. But
I thought you were gonna.
Costa Rica will beat Honduras, right? Because of the third place.
We don't talk about losers. Come on.
It's third place. I mean, like third place. So I think I have Costa Rica winning that, and I have Mexico beating USA.
Yeah, it's we expect Tata Martino and US and Mexico. I thought you would have said your boy Christian Pulisic with the Chelsea connection would pull off an upset. 9 p.m. tonight.
My fool, but me not fool.
9 p.m. tonight. All right, let's get to Jamaican football. Junior, did you want to chime in on this prediction from me?
Benton.
Yeah.
Remember I said it here. The U.S. is going to dominate Mexico tonight.
What does that mean? Dominate win?
With a 2-1 victory. Hey, they're going to dominate them.
You see a man predict Chelsea victory. You see I'm getting chest high. Pep Guardiola is to blame for all this foolishness, man.
2-1 victory America tonight.
Oh, we will see. We will.
I like them, but I tell you this now. We're looking at a future World Cup finalist side in the United States of America tonight.
Yeah. All right, tonight to USA versus Mexico in the CONCACAF Nations League championship game, 9 p.m. CBS Sports and Paramount.
Real quick. Shaboy saying easy in and easy out for Real Madrid, talking about Carlo. Shaboy is also saying Ten Hag is a good coach.
Yes, he is. Very good coach at Ajax.
Win. X is saying Nagelsmann is a good young coach, but he went to Munich.
Yes. Julian Nagelsmann, good coach. Yep. All right, Jamaican football. Let's get to Jamaican football. Jamaica gets ready to play Serbia in a friendly game coming up tomorrow. The game was scheduled to occur at 3 a.m. Jamaican time. I saw a message from the JFF Twitter that the game has been changed to 2 a.m. There's a lot of stuff that's going on around the travel arrangement, but Tapa Whitmore apparently has 19 players in camp. What are you guys looking for in this game, and what do you expect as they get ready for this game against Serbia?
Serbia is not an easy side. Most of the players are tall, fast, strong. Damian, if Damian starts, Damian is going to have his hands full. It's not easy run up back. Let's see. I don't know. I think Serbia will beat me, but it's not going to be an embarrassment.
So, Junior, are we doing a watch along for this game at 2 a.m., family?
Hell no. I like to say that people do remember World Cup games. We'll be doing a watch along, so you don't have to depend on CBS boring commentators. Turn on your TV, watch it on CBS, but turn on your YouTube and listen to us. We'll be doing a watch along at the Jamaica game. With that being said, I have forever been the voice of reason when it comes on to Jamaican football on this show, and I'm going to say it again right now. I don't care about this game winning or losing. I don't care how we look. We're just happy to see the man them get a chance to play a game. It should have been their second game, and we soon beat GFF about this, but it should have been their second game within this week, but it didn't happen. It's all right. But I don't care about wins or losses. I want the man to get a chance to build some chemistry. I've seen pictures where the players are together. They look genuine. They look happy with each other. That will help us a long way going into the World Cup. Again, I don't care if Jamaica gets 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't care. I just want the man to come out and play football, build some form of a chemistry. And I agree with Camon. Serbia is a very physical, fit, strong team. There's no other team out there that you would want as a coach to cut your teeth against and build chemistry other than a machine like Serbia. So, people, if you are reasonable thinking like me, don't watch the score. Watch the chemistry.
So, just to remind football listeners, the squad, we have Curtis Tilt, Omari Bell, Wesley Harden, Liam Moore, O'Neill Fisher, Damien Lowe, Mariappa, Levy, Morrison, Malcolm, Lambert, Williams, Isaac, East, Gray, Turgot. This is the latest tweet from the Jamaica Football Federation. Goalkeeper Zar Taylor, White, and I can't make out that that extra goalkeeper because this image is not very clear. That was released by the JFF website or the JF Twitter handle. Come on.
Hold on there.
Junior,
we don't want a 9 or 7 and an 8. Let us remember that Serbia is in the top 40. Let us also remember that Serbia is sitting second in Group A in the European World Cup qualifiers. Also remember that Serbia drew 2-2 with Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal and also won 3-2 versus Ireland, which is a very good game. So we don't want an 8 or 9. We not really, and remember, even though them top striker is from Fulham, they still provide a rough game for us.
Yeah, Mitrovic. And just to follow up before we get to yard ballers, Big game for Javon East. Big game potentially for Speedy Williams. Getting some time. Hopefully they'll get time on the park. Coach Tapper Whitmore is focusing on who he have and not really worried about the drama and the issues that surrounded this team leading to the travel situation.
Yeah, hold on, but why is this game a big game for Speedy Williams and Javon East? I mean, they were part of the Gold Cup contingent. I mean, it's not new. So
Yes.
why is that a big game? Because what? They might give Javon East an opportunity to not score again.
Well, I mean, I do envision as more and more of these players that have been recruited, if they do commit to the Reggae Boys, you cannot take 50 people to the World Cup or to a World Cup qualifier. So someone like a Javon Ace
For me and you, let us be honest right
may
here.
be vulnerable. Yeah.
Javon East can go out there and score 30 goals versus Serbia. Go out there and score 40 goals against Japan in 23. He's not in Tapa squad. Antonio, Shamar, let us be honest. What he needs to go out there and do is play football to improve on himself.
Yes.
Go out there and make himself marketable. Let us not talk about 50 people and Tapa squad. Over who, Antonio? Let us continue.
Your football family, I couldn't even say it better myself. So, come on, said it best. Junior, you mentioned the travel issue. We don't really want to dwell on it. Your thoughts on it to kind of enlighten the football family.
The travel issue?
Yeah, and the entry regarding players missing, players gotten turned back for not having the correct test to enter Japan. So to that end, the boys had the first game against the Japanese team that was canceled.
Yo, people, I think we need to teach to run a class on limited liability and liability laws in the United States and things, because people that are listening, football family, you see how Benton is wicked? He is pushing me out there to go get a lawsuit filed against me. He is giving me a layup for me to go crazy at GFF for them to send a cease and desist order to me. But you know what? I'm turning over a new leaf this summer. So come on, I'm deferring to you.
Yeah, yes, me have the money. I want to sort my little money. Okay, no. The art, listen. All right, so we understand, and it's I know getting people from point A to point B is hard, and I know it because that's what I do, right? That's what me do. Part of my job. I support 3 VP, and I need those 3 VPs. I have 150 people who always going to some conference, some travel, international, local, car rental, hotel, food, incidental. It is a lot. But it is done because I am competent and I know what I am doing. And if I need assistance, I ask for assistance. That's what the JFF needs to do. If you're a manager, you manage. You need somebody else who is responsible for travel because you have all these people coming from different places. So it is difficult. You have, because even for when I am traveling, I have to make sure that the country I'm going to will allow me to come in without a COVID test. What do I need? What kind of test? Do I need additional forms? These things you have to figure out before you go. The agent for Maggie, which the article was ridiculous because it says the agent for JFF, which JFF now have no agent. But the agent is trying to be a good agent to Maggie when he said, I did it, which is okay because you're supposed to protect your client. But when you're saying that Maggie did not want to go ahead or leave the delegation or whatever, he was the first person there and he didn't want him to go somewhere where Maggie is 21. He has been living in Belgium by himself for so long. What would it have taken for him to go to Japan before everybody else, get situated in the hotel and whatever, and just wait? Further down in the article, they mentioned that he spent 2 nights in the airport. That is what you should have said. Led with that. He slept 2 nights in the hotel, the airport.
Yeah, the airport.
I thought it was not good enough So I told him to go back home,
Okay.
which is crazy because now Maggie has missed out on an opportunity to get 2 international caps. So I just don't understand the foolishness. It is. I'm not going to say patty shop because now we're insulting patty shops because we love patty. But it's just that they have to get the act together. One time we can say okay, it's a boo boo. 2 times we can say all right then. Somebody needs to get them act together. But this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and it cost us. And when you talk about JFF don't have any money, all these missed flights, all these return flights, all these accommodation, extra money that you have to spend, it's extra that you did not have to pay. And then no, most of the airlines are allowing you to waive all the change fees. So I just don't get it. And if this is what is going to happen when we're going to miss some competition in friendlies or just tournaments, it is unacceptable. And the Jamaican people should hold JFF to task. They have to, because these are the things that are, it's embarrassing. And we laugh off of Trinidad, but in essence, we are just this much above Trinidad when it comes to our national program.
Yeah, you brought up a very good point as it relates to Tariq McGee. Those caps, international caps, potentially caps, are huge for players' ability to transfer to more competitive leagues, to those lucrative leagues. So yeah, I will say the JFF, to their credit, their social media handle, the Twitter account, is starting to be a bit more active. They're sending out information. So I will give them that kudos on their back because that is a platform to engage with fans. But I do agree that they need to get their act together. But I won't hold my breath. Box that.
Sema is saying some high school business students would do a better job at the JFF. BM is saying JFF is the definition of incompetence.
Incompetence. All right. As we move away from the reggae boys, let's focus a little bit on the reggae girls. They have a tournament coming up. It seems like their travel went smoothly, right? Come on.
It did. It actually did. I saw pictures of them training. So they're there training. Everyone is there. I think Bunny Shaw is not there. She just played a game last game, and they're saying that she asked for time off, which is understandable. So she's resting. But I think we have enough new talent and people who went to the World Cup to kind of have this thing going. I was looking for an explanation as to why Marlo Sweatman was not in the squad. I haven't seen her anywhere. It hasn't popped up, so I really don't know. So the JFF is I think they did well when it came to getting the Reggae Girls over by.
Yeah, and so big tournament for the Reggae Girls. They'll play Nigeria on the 10th, and they'll play the US on June 13th. Expectation as they get ready for qualifiers later on this year. Expectation from these matches. They haven't played many matches together. Of course, they haven't played matches together in this current climate. But what are you, as fans of the Reggae Girls, looking forward to see in these games?
Just cohesiveness. I think we have players playing in good enough leagues to be confident that they're technically sound, that they can, get the job done. So I really do think that we are turning a corner. We have, my sister is really excited about the Chelsea again, the Chelsea player, Drew, I think her name is. I think she's a talent, a little bit, older. So we have young talent. We have like the experienced players. So I think this is a good enough look, and I think we should be okay against Nigeria.
Looking forward to see Denisha Blackwood and Jody Brown in the setup in those games. But like you said, come on, Nigeria is one thing, but playing the big fish, the U.S. women's national team, is another thing. So we'll see how that game goes. U.S. versus Jamaica, June 13th. U.S. versus Nigeria, June 10th. Junior, do you have anything to add before we go to Yard Ballers?
No, just look out for the watch-alongs. We might do a watch-along for the Reggae Girls game against United States. Might.
All right, come on. Tivoli Gardens manager, Mr. Williams, said they have to paraphrase, make use of the opportunity. The Tivoli Gardens had a slow start last year. It seems like things are ramping up for the start of the Jamaican Premier League. Yardballers.
Yeah, so now the date is set for Saturday, July 26, 2021, and it runs to Sunday, September 26, 2021. So it is a changed format. Now the league will only have one round instead of three. The teams will play each other in like a round robin format. So the top 6 teams will vie for the final spot. They'll be the champion. While the bottom 6 teams will play another round robin format to kind of determine where they place in the league, because it affects the money, the compensation. So everybody needs to be actually played. So bottom 6 will play each other to kind of find out who come up in it. So I think in total, everybody will play 11 games. So Jamaica will actually see the Premier League with an 11-game format. And I think the games are going to be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And if there's like a delay, a cancellation, a reschedule, it will happen during the week. So Jamaicans will actually see. So the matches will be played at 2 venues, the National Stadium and Sabina Park. And they're saying that the alternative venues will be Stadium East Field and Horace Burrell Center of Excellence up by UWI. At this point, they're saying no fans will be allowed, so nobody can go. So I guess that's why they have these specific fields. People still scale the wall, but anyway, that's the next thing. So they have COVID-19 marshals. They're training them so they can kind of deal with the situation, understand what's going on. So the club officials, the players will be tested at the start of the season, and they're saying should a player get COVID-19, they'll quarantine that player, treat that player, and let the other players who have tested negative to continue playing. So they're going full speed ahead. Nobody's stopping the Premier League. They're going to go ahead and play. So that's good news for us. We're going to get some local football. I don't know if it's going to be enough for any of the local players to really get on the Gold Cup or the World Cup qualification squad, but we're seeing Premier League playing. So nothing much happened this week, when it comes to like the local ballers. Nico Brett is just scored. Birmingham is playing. He just scored his 4th goal. So Birmingham is leading 1-0. Deshane Beckford had a great assist yesterday. Listen, Deshane Beckford is a baller, and I need to see more of him. He needs to continue playing, scoring goals, having good games, and I think this young man will go far. So he provided the assist. So, Colorado had the 1-1 tie with San Antonio. Alison Swaby lifted the Coppa Italia with AS Roma, which is outstanding for us Jamaicans. Khadija Bonisha, she won the Golden Boot and led her team to their first ever Champions League qualification. So, big up yourself, Bunny. We're happy that you are part of the Jamaican football family. And also, this is not local, but it's just a little bit on a gut. The information was kind of strange that no Trinidad is putting it out, that the Trinidad national team players and coach were paid $788,000. So I think people are putting it out there to show that they paid this amount of money to get knocked out of the World Cup. So that's my roundup for yard ballers.
Yeah, but we need to kind of put a little bit of context regarding that payment to the Trinidad players. They weren't paid up until 2 or 3 weeks ago. Coaching staff weren't paid, so I guess the check them just cleared at Friday or Thursday, right before this round of matches. Thanks for doing Yard Ballers. Come on, big up yourself, all Jamaican footballers. Before we wrap up and head home, Junior, we said watch along coming along for Gold Cup and the Reggae Girls game.
Probably the Reggae Girls game. Let's see what happens in the Nigeria game first. But definitely Gold Cup, World Cup qualifiers for both the women and men as well. So look out for that. We're going to have a watch alongs. Hopefully we can have special guests that join us either during the watch alongs, post match, pre-game. You never know. We're working on it. So we have a lot of things coming down the pipe, but definitely we want to do the watch alongs. I'm gonna tell you again, if you're tired of hearing the terrible commentators, if you're tired of hearing, oh, they are a very good, strong team, they're just not organized, if you're tired of hearing that same rhetoric every Jamaica game, just hit mute, forward over to the YouTube channel, turn up the YouTube channel, and make sure you sync it up though, because listen to me, I don't want to run the watch along and people are typing in the chat, goal, I've been 10 seconds behind. We're not doing that in this watch along here. I'm going to omit a mute also. But look out for that watch along. We're going to have a fun time and a lot of things coming from Ball Chat.
So we'll hear the same thing, Junior, but only in a patois accent. We did this last year, football family, and with Liverpool winning their first Premier League in 30 years, and now Chelsea winning the Champions League, first Champions League since 2012. Come on, take a minute and celebrate your Chelsea team before we go on we are, because go ahead, come on, boxer.
Well, Anna, you really want me to talk more things?
Yeah, I mean,
listen, I never at the beginning of the season I was hard on my team, right? Which them deserve a little bit of a tough love sometimes. Everyone is saying that we must give Lampard his due. Okay, fine. I'll give him his due because he took us this far and have Tuchel come on and carry us across the finish line. I just don't understand at what point we're going to realize that Timo Werner needs to either be on the wing or play as an attacking mid. He's not critical in front of goal. I think his work rate is excellent. I can see him running beside Kante like this and nobody catches them, nobody touches them. But we need goal scorers. Now Giroud has signed an extension, which is good, but he don't have the legs to carry. Do we need a striker? Do we need to go out there and find a number 9, or we're going to stick to Tammy Abraham, which I still think is not good enough? Timo Werner, who I think is going to miss more goals than he will actually score. We're going to sit and say Kai is the answer, which he's not. Kai needs to eat some food in pian like. But that aside, my side, Chelsea won the Champions League. Good football. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I loved it. TT is the man. N'Golo Kante is also the man. Who else is the man? Aspi is the man. So I look for great things next season. And I don't want to finish behind Manchester United because that's an insult. I don't want to lose any more FA Cups to Leicester because that's an insult. Because my team is what? Champions of Europe. Can't talk to me on my side now, youth. My side, a boom side.
Champions of Europe.
Champions. We're going to break out this song again. But thank you very much for having me speak about my side. Junior, I don't talk to people who don't even win Europa League. I don't. I mean, like, when you're addressing me, I don't want you to say, come on, I want you to say, Miss Chelsea Lee. That's what I need them to say. I don't speak. Just tell Benton where you want to ask me.
Junior, this is the segment for winners, Junior. This is the segment for winners.
Not second place teams in Europa. No.
Go ahead, Junior. What's going on, fam?
Didn't I pick Chelsea
to Jesus me. Yes, you did, Junior. Yes, you did. But congrats to Chelsea. Congrats to you. Come on, a sensational year, wonderful football. Big up to all the Chelsea family. Bima, DT, Candice love Chelsea. Romandinho, big up in herself. All the Chelsea family.
Jamai,
Kadish.
Kadish, oh yes, Kadish. Big up the Chelsea fan. They were outstanding. And
Romardinho, Jamai, who else?
Dennis Stoddart. Who else? Who else?
And
Charles. Make a baby who never watched football, but give my Chelsea shirt. I mean, like.
and the standout player of this Chelsea outfit has got to be Kepa. Kepa. All right.
Why?
All right.
Why? Because oh,
Hey, you see how Kepa the run go console? Who's the console? Was it Fernandinho? No, Aguero. You see how Kepa run up Aguero and say, good try, Aguero, like him do nothing. Kepa, move from here.
Junior, this is the winner segment, Junior.
I'll shut the hell up.
Winner segment.
not second place.
No second
People, we don't do that around here. Winners corner. What they say? Winners win.
Winners win. Big up to Thomas Tuchel and the entire Chelsea outfit. Big up yourself, come on. And the entire Chelsea outfit. Brilliant. Football family, thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. We know you can get football content anywhere, but we appreciate it, football family. Make sure you subscribe to FlowSports, subscribe to Ball Chat YouTube page, subscribe to our Facebook page. You can connect with us on Twitter at BallChat1. We're on Instagram at BallChat Podcast. We're on Facebook at BallChat. Watch along coming down for the Reggae Boys and might be the Reggae Girls game against US next Sunday. But football family, stay safe. Bless up.
Later.